Hi, this is Jordan with ScienceFiction.com, and I'm talking to Jim Lee at DC Comics about the new Batman Stamps collection, which is coming out right now, apparently at the con premiering.
Yeah, definitely.
So the immediate question I think I have to ask, and I know you kind of touched on this already, but why stamps?
Why stamps? I think it just really shows how important Batman is to not just pop culture, but history in general.
Yeah.
I mean, to be immortalized and commemorated on a postage stamp, that's a huge honor. And it really kind of cements his legacy and position within the world of pop culture.
Now that he's taking over stamps and like dominating in that field, is there
Sure.
any medium Batman can't dominate?
No, as I was saying, I think Batman, I mean, it's more than just a comic book character. He's a lifestyle at this point, right?
Yeah.
I mean, people literally stamp themselves, they identify themselves as Batman so strongly, they tattoo the imagery on their bodies, they share it with their kids, they can't wait to share it with their kids.
Yeah.
It's a real coming of age for a lot of fans, and seeing Batman on toys, action figures, towels, and now stamps, I mean, it just really shows that he's ubiquitous and everywhere, and how important he is in American pop culture, and world pop culture.
I know you guys you touched on this in the panel, but like, what really went into like the choosing the decision process of which artists to go with for this?
Yeah, look, it was a combination of the United States Postal Service working with Warner Brothers and DC. They could have done 20 stamps, and we still would have left off scores of great artists. So I think that was actually the hardest part, is whittling it down to just 4. But we wanted to pick artists that were representative of the eras. Certainly, the Curse one, where he's kind of channeling Dick Sprang, really covers that era very well. And then obviously Jim Aparo was really the mainstay artist of the Bronze era, and obviously he's channeling kind of Neil Adams, and he and Neil were such huge Batman artists. So I feel we have a lot of the look covered. And I would hope that when we do a second set of these, or a third set hopefully down the road, we would include the other great, Batman artists like Marshall Rogers or Frank Miller, of course, Neil Adams. I think there's hopefully more opportunity to do that kind of stuff. It'd be fun also to do other characters within the Batman family, aside from just Batman, right?
Actually, so next year is Robin's 75th anniversary.
Sure,
Do you think there's
sure.
any chance that we might get a commemorative sidekick set for this?
Here's your chance to ask the guy himself over there, right? Jim Cochran. I would love to see that. I think Joker's 75th is this year. So there's a lot of great anniversaries coming up. But again, just great opportunities, to showcase not just the world of Batman, but all the other great characters and franchises that people are much more aware of today, like The Flash or Green Arrow. So it's an exciting time to be a DC fan.
And then one final question real quick. What would you say would be your favorite incarnation of the Dark Knight over the last 75 years, besides your own? I mean,
Sure.
that's...
No. My favorite would definitely be the 80s.
80s?
Yeah, it was the heyday of my comic book collecting career. And, Dark Knight Returns, David Mazzucchelli on Batman Year One, Brian Boland on The Killing Joke. I mean, those are really the holy trinity of Batman books for me. And not just in terms of art, but the story themselves and how they really define the character for coming generations. And you see those influences still felt today in the works that people like Scott Snyder and Greg Capullo. He's obviously inspired by that era as I am, but he's obviously doing his own thing going forward.